The Mizo National Front has completed 60 years of its existence today. The ruling party in Mizoram is celebrating its Diamond Jubilee in a befitting manner in capital Aizawl and elsewhere in the state. Well, the main function was held at Vanapa Hall in heart of Aizawl. The MNF started as the Mizo National Front in 1959 when the state, then a district of Assam, was hit by a massive famine following the flowering of bamboos that led to army of rodents feasting on crops. In 1961, the Mizo National Front transformed into the MNF and later contested the Assam Assembly elections. And of the 3 seats in the Mizo Hills, the MNF won 2. Later in 1966, the MNF once again transformed itself, and this time into an insurgent group to fulfill the hopes and aspirations of the Mizo people. And for the next 20 years, the MNF led a blistering insurgency, ultimately leading to signing of the Mizo Accord in 1986. MNF leader Zoramthanga was installed as the interim chief minister. The party leader contested the elections and won, with Zoramthanga once again becoming the chief minister. And well, the current chief minister, Zoramthanga, has been a witness to the entire MNF history. Zoramthanga was among those who met then Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai, then Pakistan Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and other leaders in a bid to globalize the Mizo issue. And in an exclusive interview to our editor-in-chief, Wasbir Hussain, Zoramthanga recalled several of the significant milestones in MNF history. Let us listen to some excerpts of the interview, and which will be telecast in full at 8 and 10 p.m. tonight.
People know that, the idea of the MNF crystallized in 1959 when the Mizo Hills district of Assam went through a massive famine, that is the Mautam famine. The Mizo National Front worked hard to feed the people and take care of them. Now, Zoramthanga, please tell us about the transformation of the Mizo National Front to the MNF.
The bamboo normally flowers at an interval of 50 years. So, by the year 1959, 60 was approaching. We were one of the district of Assam, and at that time we approached the Assam state government and the government of India as well, that since the bamboo is going to flower by the time 1958, 59, 60, there will be an immense increase of rats, rodents. And then as a result, they will finish the rice and other crops. So, anticipating this probable famine, we want the Assam government, we want the Indian government to make a preparation. But they said that this is just a tribal superstition. Why should a bamboo flower at an interval of 50 years and then increase of rodents and rats and then famine like that? It is just a tribal superstition. They give no heed. But it did happen, and quite a lot of people were suffer, and there was no rice, there was no supply. And as a result, we have nothing to do, but our leaders, with the guidance of Mr. Zoramthanga, they started the Mizo National Front, which helped the people of Mizoram in procuring the rice and trying to help each other, asking for assistance from the government of Assam. And so people were desperate, and Assam government could not do anything in a moment of those 1 year or 3-4 months, because they were not prepared. And then at the same time, and there was no communication, good communication. So airdropping of the supply was done, but really things does not solve. And after that, there came from the Mizo National Front later on, when people feel that there should be a political party who really think of the Mizo people. And then Mizo National Front become translated into Mizo National Front on the 22nd
Right.
of October 1961. Since then, it has become the most progressive and the new political party. Since then, 60 years have
Now-
gone.
You know, after that, we saw the MNF becoming an insurgent group. How easy or difficult was the MNF's decision to take up arms and fight the Indian
Well,
state?
in the beginning, taking up arms and things were not the idea. First, the thing is that when Indian Constitution was framed in 1935, Mizoram being an excluded area, excluded from the purview of the Indian Constitution, even during the British period. So those constitutions where the people of Mizoram were not represented there. And so when India became independent in 1947, because we were together with like other states like Hyderabad, Kashmir, Princely State, Maharaja State, and the outside the Constitution of India, we were given an option whether we would like to join any other country like Burma, East Pakistan, or India, or to be a crown colony of British, or to get independence. There were 5 different ideas, but people were very ignorant of the politics at that time. And so they requested the governor of Assam whether we have the power to join this and that. But nevertheless, within those political vacuum, the Indian administration steps in, and all of a sudden, we were put inside India. No representative in the present constitution framing of India. So MNF said that if at all we have to be in India, we like to have a saying that Mizoram should be like this, Mizoram should have a protection like this, and all these things were the demand of the MNF party.
Now, how did the peace talks happen? Many say that you were among the moderate MNF leaders who always batted for a peaceful resolution of the problem.
Well, during the long struggle of the movement, the charge leaders, the overground Mizo political party leaders, NGOs, all approached the underground MNF government. And they said that you may be fighting for quite a long time, but we the people are tired. Therefore, for whom you are fighting for, we are not in a position to withstand any of this kind of trouble again. So have a peace talk with the government of India. Whatever solution you can have, we shall accept it. And they have been approaching us all along. So in the year 1971, the underground government of Mizoram, led by Mr. Laldenga, sent me and my friend Mr. Laldenga secretly to India in Shillong, and I met the raw deputy director, Mr. Subramaniam. And we told him that if the underground Mizoram government, or rather the MNF, want to have a peace talk with the government of India, and if we have a peace talk, we believe that we shall be able to arrive at a certain settlement which would be acceptable for both the parties. With this, there we approached them, and they said that we will convey this to the government of India and let us meet again. But then the Pakistan military crackdown and the arrest of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the Bangladesh trouble started. We could not meet again. But after the fall of Dhaka, and we, like daredevil James Bond type escape, we escaped through Arakan forest and to Myanmar and then to West Pakistan. There we met the ISI people, Pakistan President Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and there we settled there. From there on, through different kinds of means, there in Kabul, Afghanistan, we met the Indian ambassador, the Indian representative, and then continued the talk. In 1973, 74, 75, we met in different parts of the world, sometimes in Bangkok, sometimes in Lebanon, sometimes in Europe and many parts. And at last, in 1976, I remember it was January 24th, we entered India, and from there on started the open peace talk with the government of India. And the peace talk lasted for 10 years, and which we openly started in 1976. It was concluded in the year 1986 after 10 years, and it became exemplary agreement, and then the peace accord became the most successful peace accord.
Right. Now today the MNF is a formidable regional party. You are the Chief Minister for the third time. What future do you envisage for Mizoram and its people?
Well, Mizoram, we have more than, I should say, the 30,000 square kilometers of land cultivable and a very good rainfall, where everything thrives well, right from the coconut that grows on the seashore up to the grapes and apple that grows on the snowbound area. And with a lot of oil and gas below, only 1 million people or so, and lots of rivers, good rainfall. There is a big prospect. I believe that if given a good chance, we shall make Mizoram one of the highest per capita income in the state of India. There is a good prospect. But when I come to power, the unluckiest part is that we came together with the pandemic, this COVID-19, and it spoils everything. But I hope that by the grace of God, this will pass, and Mizoram will be made into one of the most developed states in India.